Hello, everyone. Welcome to another midweek episode of Silly Point. Great test match. Great test match we saw again. Both England and West Indies have played two really good test matches, and big congratulations to England for winning this one. Obviously, Ben Stokes did outstandingly well. Good on Joe Root as well in terms of the timing of the declaration. I think that was pretty good. So overall, a great win, correctly predicted by Zayed and me. I think both of us predicted that England will win this one. And I feel like Zahid's overall series prediction, which you can find here, is probably going to be more accurate. But we'll come to that in a moment. So as the test match has finished today, we will go through the player ratings. And then following that, we look at the changes for the third test match and our predictions. And as always, please like, share, subscribe, and let us know who you think was the key player in this match. Let's kick off. Zahid, do you want to start with England, the winning team?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. So let's start with England batting order, the winning team. So Burns,
Bad test match.
Bad test match, missed a very straight delivery in the first innings, poor review. So, I mean, a 3 for me.
Three is fine. It would have been weird if he and Dom Sibley were sent out to open in the second innings, and then that wouldn't have made sense. So yeah, I think 3 is fair.
So
Dom Sibley?
Sibley, I would give him an 8, I think.
Yeah. I was going to say 9.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a 9. I mean, he played a very, very, very good innings. My only concern was he got dropped a couple of times, but again, that's not his fault. That happens in cricket.
Yeah.
And the second innings was just, to be very overly critical, was just the pace of the innings. I mean, he could have, he got to 100 in 300 balls.
Yeah.
But even after that, he got to 120 in 370, 375. And the first big shot.
So I'll just say two things for Dom Sibley. He did exactly what his role in the team was.
Yeah.
The England management wanted openers who can take the shine off the new ball, bat deep into a test match innings, whether it's the first innings, second, third, fourth innings, and Dom Sibley ticks all those boxes. The other thing I would say is in terms of his stroke play, I think even Rob Key and Mike Atherton mentioned that on Sky Sports in terms of his play against spin. That is something that he needs to improve, and I'm sure he's working on that. Maybe learn how to play.
I think he tried to reverse sweep. He tried to reverse sweep a couple of times, but it didn't quite come off.
Exactly, but he shelved it, and that's the thing, right? You risk reward. He tried to play a shot, it didn't quite work out. He shelved it.
So 8.5, 9.
9, I think.
9. Okay,
9 just because he did exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Maybe slightly more actually with 120. Yeah. So let's give him 9.
9. Zach
Crawley. I mean, can't really judge him on his second innings because he had to play aggressively and then lost his wicket in the process. But I mean, first innings really didn't get going. Well, first baller didn't. Yeah.
First ball. So it was a poor shot again. He just got the ball to leg slip. So I think that was pretty poor. And he also didn't drop a catch, but his anticipation made Stokes drop a catch.
Yeah.
I think that was off. That might have been of Brathwaite or Hope. So
Brathwaite,
that needs to improve. So I would go with a 3. Similar
3,
to Burns.
Yeah, 3. Joe Root, not a good test match with the bat.
Yeah.
I think maybe again the second innings can't really judge him. I mean, he tried to play shots, but his first innings shot was pretty poor to get out. A wild drive outside off stump when you're 80 for 2, looking to stick in there. So as just a batsman, maybe a 4 for me.
Yeah. I was going to say 3 as a batsman, and I would add 2 points for his captaincy to make it around 5.
5. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah.
Because his captaincy was pretty good.
Yeah, true.
I've said a lot of times before now in all the videos we've done in the past about how I think that Joe Root is not a very natural captain, but I feel like he's growing into the role. He's getting better with time. The declaration was nicely timed. He could have done it maybe 25 runs earlier. 275 would have been a good score. 275 to 80, but
particularly
it worked out.
Particularly with the curve ball he got thrown in the morning of the test match. Where your entire bowling attack had to change. So true. So, and Ben Stokes.
10.
10. Yeah.
I know that we were very harsh with him in our previous player ratings for the first Test match, because we feel that he's got so much potential, and today he played to his potential and more. So I am, I feel we feel totally vindicated in terms of what we said in after the first Test match, and to now I think we can give him a 10.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, with the ball, key wickets. He didn't take too many wickets, but very key wickets. I'll give him a bonus point also for that chase he did, running after the drive from Blackwood of his own bowling, all the way down to long off, and then getting him out 2 balls later with a bouncer. So great effort. Ollie Pope, another poor first innings. The only highlight of his match was that final catch. Took a pretty good catch.
Great catch to end the Test match.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm going to give him a 4. 3 for his batting, 1 for the catch, or maybe 2 for the catch. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think 2 and 2, so 4 for Ollie Pope.
4 for Ollie Pope. Fair enough.
Jos Buttler, I mean, people have been very harsh on him. I personally wouldn't blame him for that second innings dismissal. I mean, what can you do? You're supposed to, go big against the new ball in the Test match. Got a 40 in the first innings as well, so, and relatively quickly. So 5, nothing extraordinary in the key, with the
5,
key.
5. We can go with 6 as well. I think his keeping was pretty neat in this Test match.
Yeah, I think that catch of Blackwood of Stokes was a very good one.
It was a good one.
Reminded me of the Ashes 2005 Kasparowicz's wicket with the bouncer in that Edgbaston Test match.
That was Geraint Jones, wasn't it?
Yeah, Jones was the keeper. Very similar dismissal, except this time it definitely hit the bat. Not sure if it did that time. So 6 for Buttler.
6 for Buttler, yeah.
Chris Wokes
had a really good Test match.
Yeah, I think very decent. I mean, didn't do anything outstanding, but did his job. A couple of crucial wickets.
I would go with the 7.
Yeah, 7. Did his job. Good 7. Sam Curran, again, I think for me, 7.
7, yeah. I'd give him a 7 only for that crucial breakthrough of Shai Hope.
Yeah, right? I think that's the thing.
Before that point, the West Indies were cruising, and as soon as he came on, he bowled a nice off cutter to Hope, and the ball just went on. Yeah. And I think that was crucial. So
I think that's the thing.
For that, I'll give him a 7.
Not a lot of wickets, but key wickets of the top order.
Wickets, he always does that. I think
he's never he's never lost a Test match for England. Apparently,
I think that's a record. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll come to what happens to to Wokes or Curran in the next Test match, but let's come back to it in the end. Dom Bess. I think he had a good Test match, did his job. I think he did very well in the second innings, when he really needed it. The wicket, was it of Holder?
It was of Jason Holder. He got hit for 10 runs. I think Holder for a 4 and 6. And then the next ball, he got him out. Again, it was a nice tossed up delivery, outside the off stump in the rough. And then I think Holder he was a little too overconfident, and he went to drive it, or maybe defend it, leaving a big gap between his bat and pad. So I think,
and also took the winning wicket.
Took the winning wicket.
So I think and crucial runs in the first innings at the end also. I think a good 40 on partnership, for the last wicket. So I give him an 8, given that we've given the other 2.
I'm good with 8. Yeah. Broad.
8 for me. I think again not a lot of wickets, but very crucial wickets. He started that collapse in the first innings.
I would be okay to give him a 9 as well, because in terms of the bowling for England, he probably had the most amount of impact.
Yeah, so 9 for Broad actually.
9, yeah.
Actually, surprisingly, you can check out on our Instagram. We did a poll of Broad or Anderson, and I think it was 100% for Anderson.
I think it changed. It was 92% Anderson, 8% Broad. Some people did vote for Broad, maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah. So, but I think Broad more than justified his selection for this Test match.
Certainly. Yeah.
So the West Indies, 4 Test match overall for them. Brathwaite, 75 in the first innings, not much in the second. Similar to the first Test match, a good 50 and then a nothing. So maybe a 6.
I'm good with a 6. I think he could have done better, and his record in the 4th innings has been horrendous over the last 2 or 3 years. He's never reached double digits in the last 2 or 3 years in the 4th innings. This was the first time he got through, but he didn't do much. So I think 6 is fair.
Yeah.
John Campbell.
Campbell 3. I mean, if you're giving Burns and Pope, threes and fours, then yeah, for no him impact. Also.
No impact, and he dropped a catch of Stokes in the second innings.
Hope.
You know what? I'm going to be very
hopeless.
critical of Hope. Completely hopeless. I'm going to go with a big, ugly 0 for him.
Yeah, fair.
Even though he scored at 25 in the first innings, he played 70 balls. I'm still going to go with a big 0. Given the talent that he has,
no.
I wish Shai Hope actually watches this.
I'm sure he does.
And then he picks it up like Stokes did. I'm sure Stokes watched our first video and said, "Oh, these guys, I'm going to get back at them. I'm going to get a 10 in the next one." And he actually did that. So I just, I think he's a brilliant batsman. I think his talent is going to waste. He needs to get better. So I think.
I agree. For his standard, I think 0. Yeah. Chase, probably the best player for the West Indies. 5-4. Well, they give a lot of runs but still 5 wickets and a 50 in the first innings. So
I'm going with 7.
7, yeah. 7. Probably 7.
Again, for me, it's down to the fact that in the fourth innings, when you actually needed someone like Chase to hang around.
Yeah.
I don't know what West Indies' mindset was. I think initially they were thinking of going for the win.
Yeah.
Then they lost a couple of wickets. Then I felt like they wanted to consolidate.
Yeah, true.
I think they changed their tactics too much during the innings. So yeah, I would give Chase. Did we say 7?
7, yeah.
7, yeah.
Brooks, probably their best batsman.
Yeah, Brooks had a good. Yeah. A good knock in both innings actually.
Yeah, 50 each. He got 50, 60 each.
He got 2 50s. Yeah. I'll go with the 7, similar to Roach. Similar to Chase. In that he had a big impact, but then he actually wasn't.
I think the other issue for him was he got dismissed the same way in both innings. In fact, even in the previous Test match, he got out. LBW pinned on the crease, missed. There were good deliveries coming back in.
Yeah,
but he should have been playing forward. So he's not learning from that. 250s.
But I must say he looks like a very, very good player.
Yeah.
He looks like a very compact player. Yeah. And he puts the bad balls away, and I think that transfers the pressure back onto the bowlers, which is incredible.
Yeah. Blackwood promised a lot again.
Enigma. Blackwood is an enigma.
Yeah, I think a 5. Just because he kind of went on the counter attack in the second innings, gave West Indies a chance.
Yeah.
He got a duck in the first innings.
Yeah.
But 50 in the second innings.
5 seems.
So 5
seems a good score.
I think 5 is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Dowrich.
Pair. So
2.
0.
2 for his 2 pairs. 2 for his pairs. 2. His keeping was good. His keeping is always good. So.
Jason Holder, inconsistent, disappointing. After all that praise in the first Test match, dropped a catch as well of Sibley, I think it was. Yes. And when he was in his 40s, I think, at the time. So
I think the inverse of Stokes, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's exactly the inverse of Stokes from the first Test match. So that means that there's a good chance that he does really well in the third Test match and Stokes doesn't do well. But
I'll give him a 4.
I'm going to go with the 5. He bowled well.
Yeah, true. His bowling was decent.
Yeah, without getting too many wickets. So there wasn't much happening. And the bowlers were clearly tired. Like Shannon Gabriel was pretty stiff. Yeah. Joseph got injured in the first innings. I think he bowled 23 overs and then he walked off. So I think overall that was a poor decision at the toss from Jason Holder. I'm not saying that in hindsight. I actually said that after the first day that Jason Holder, they should have batted first.
So 5?
5 is good.
5 for Holder.
Roach.
I think Roach was probably their best bowler in the Test match. He got reward for his. I think again not very expensive. Didn't go for a lot of runs in the first innings. Kept it tight.
Yeah.
So maybe 7.
7's a good score for Roach. Yeah. He got 4 wickets.
Roach.
Joseph.
I think disappointing. Not a bit inconsistent. Well, his probably best performance was as night watchman. He got a 30 odd.
Yeah, true.
But nothing extraordinary with the ball. 5.
5, yeah. And then we've got Shannon Gabriel, another enigma.
Yeah, 3. Not. We were like 2 or 3 massive wides down the leg side. Was it him? He bowled one to second slip.
Yeah, it was him.
So yeah, not his best test match. Again, a massive drop off from the first test.
Yeah, he didn't get a single wicket in this test match.
Yeah, so three
is fine. Yeah, and that's everyone.
Yep. So looking forward to the next test match. I think it's going to be interesting, right? I mean, what do England do? Do they drop both Wokes and Curran for Archer and Anderson? Broad is definitely going to keep his place.
Yeah, I would do that personally. At the end of the day, Anderson is their best bowler, so he has to come back in. Yeah. There's a bit of a question mark over Archer, whether he's in the right frame of mind after what happened.
Yeah.
But I think he still deserves to be in there.
Yeah, I think I agree.
The kind of bowling he did in the last innings in the first test match, I wouldn't expect that of Curran or Wokes.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That impact. So I think they should come back in. And I would imagine those would be the only changes for England.
I think one more chance for Rory Burns.
Certainly. They're not going to get rid of him that easily. This England management has an understanding that it's better to give a player 5 too many more test matches than 5 too less. So Rory Burns is pretty much still in the mix.
True, I agree.
They can talk about Buttler, but I think Butler's going to get this test match as well as the 3 test matches with Pakistan to prove his worth.
I agree. And then for the West Indies, I think should they look to bring in a spinner, should Cornwall come in? I think that's the only major change. I think Shai Hope will still keep his place.
I think Shai Hope. I think Shai Hope and John Campbell will keep their places. They don't have very many replacements in that area. But if we talk about the bowling, I think they can make 2 changes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
One is certainly bringing in Rakeem Cornwall over Joseph.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, the other change that I would like them to make, a very positive change if they want to win the series, is probably to bring in someone like O'Shane Thomas in place of Shannon Gabriel. Gabriel had a great first test match. He's a great test match bowler, but I think his fitness is still lacking. So I would go down that route of picking O'Shane Thomas or even a youngster like Chimar Holder. Actually, Chimar Holder is in the squad. O'Shane Thomas is in the reserves. But I rate O'Shane Thomas above Chimar Holder. So I would bring Thomas in place of Gabriel.
And who do you think is going to win?
I think England. I am moving towards your prediction that you made, your overall series prediction, 2-1 to England. You even predicted each outcome correct. West Indies would win the first one, England would win the next 2. Yeah. I believe what is helping England is their bench strength.
Yeah.
In terms of the bowling. And I know people were mocking the decision to drop Stuart Broad from the first test, drop rest, whatever you want to call it. I think it worked wonders. I think it was a inspired decision, and they should carry on doing that for the next test match as well, bringing in Anderson and Archer, who are more fresher, fresher than Wokes and Curran.
Yeah, I agree. I'll stick. Yeah, I agree. I'll stick to my England coming back from behind to win 2-1. So I think they'll win. They'll win the next one.
Certainly, yeah. They'll win the next one.
Yeah, and especially after the first after Joru's performance, I think he's due a big one.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to probably score big.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. But most importantly, what do the fans think?
Yeah.
The audience, let us know. Actually, there's one question, and let us know in the comments what you think about this. Is Ben Stokes the second best all-time all-rounder, or is he still on? So I think Jacques Kallis is still number 1. But I think an interesting debate we can start having now, after seeing Ben Stokes do this repeatedly.
Yeah.
Is he the second best of all time? Maybe a bit too early, but definitely I think he has the potential.
Yeah, my personal opinion is a little too early. He's done amazingly well. Yeah. He still has to, you still have greats, ahead of him: Kapil Dev, Imran Khan, Richard Hadley, Ian Botham. I would count these, Gary Sobers. I would count these guys above him. But he's certainly on track. He's certainly on track in terms of improving his overall numbers, improving his consistency. He's getting there.
Yeah, and the key impact he has also. I think that's
yeah. I think the impact, and the guy can bat in the middle order. He can play 300 balls in an innings. He can open the batting. He can score at a strike rate of better than 100. He can bowl 11 overs on the trot like he did in the second innings.
Yeah.
He can break crucial partnerships. His fielding is top notch.
Yeah.
One of the shots of Jermaine Blackwood, he ran all the way to the boundary.
Yeah.
So supreme fitness, everything going for him.
Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely one to watch out for. He will be in that debate by the time he ends his career for sure.
Yeah, certainly England's greatest.
Yeah. Well, we compared him to Freddie Flintoff in our previous episode. You can check that out here.
No
we
comparison.
We certainly think he's better, but you let us know what you think.
Certainly. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for tuning in, and please like, share, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on who's going to win this final test match. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.
Thank you.